Hello there! More action figures have arrived for my collection. There are vintage collection figures, Black Series figures, and a 5-pack of epic figures. Are you ready for this? I recently had 2 back-ordered vintage collection figures arrive on my doorstep. So I thought this would probably be a good time to go through some of the miscellaneous things I have. I don't really have enough figures of one particular thing to do a whole show on. So I thought, well, what the heck? Let's do something on the vintage collection, the Black Series, and the Epic World of Adventure figures that I've been able to pick up lately. So, what do you say? We get right into this, and of course, before we do, I would like to ask you to once again like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do appreciate it when you do that. We finally made it to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Now we got to work on the next 1,000. Well, I think the first one we'll do is the 5-pack of figures from the Epic World of Adventure. And these are the Power of the Force figures. In fact, the pack here is called the Force Masters pack. And as you can see, it contains some very good figures. We have Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka Tano, and a hologram figure for Yoda. And I like the accessories that come with it. So let's take a closer look at it, shall we? First of all, we can see the figures are pretty decent. They're not quite as detailed as a vintage collection figure, of course, because this is a cheaper version of the figures. You know, something more for the kids than it is for the adult collectors. I'm one of those collectors. I like collecting all the figures. We have Luke Skywalker in his black Jedi robes, and as you can see, he does come with a green lightsaber, with a lot of crackling going on there, I would say. Of course, this figure is from the Return of the Jedi movie. The facial sculpt does remind me of the older figures, not the newer ones per se, but the older ones. Next to him, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this would be the Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequel series. He comes with his blue lightsaber, again, with a lot of crackling going on. He even got some blue stripes on his sleeves. So it must be crackling right down his sleeves too. But a good facial sculpt for Obi-Wan there. Down below Obi-Wan, we have Ahsoka Tano. And as we can see, she's also got the Force Lightning, or the Force Energy, going down her arms. Pretty good facial sculpt again with her. It doesn't look like the elbows move on her, or if they do, it's kind of hidden in the blackness of her sleeves there. She does come with her 2 white lightsabers. But not a bad action figure, actually. Facial sculpt is pretty decent. Good detail on it. In the middle, of course, we have a hologram of Yoda. So nothing too special there, but kind of cool seeing a blue Yoda instead of a green one. And then over to the other side, in the bottom corner, we have a red-eyed Darth Vader. We have his red lightsaber with a lot of crackling going on. And if we look above Darth Vader, up by Luke, we can see that there is red lightning to cast out. So this is the Jedi pack, or the Force Masters pack, I should say. And I like the back of the box. As you can see, that gives a pretty good action scene as far as the figures go. Gives you an idea of what you can do with all the different accessories that come with it. Now, how much did this cost, seeing that it has 5 figures if you count the holographic Yoda? And all the accessories that come with it? Well, if we had a vintage collection set at $17 nowadays, you'd be looking at quite a bit of money here. But because this is an Epic World of Action set, this one only cost $34.99. So I didn't think that was too bad. That comes down to about $7 per action figure. Thought that was a pretty decent price. Especially since we do have 2, 4, 6, about 8 points of articulation on most of the figures. So not bad at all. Now, we get to have fun and open up these boxes and see what we've got. Like I said, I have 2 vintage collection figures that were back ordered from Entertainment Earth, and it looks like they have both arrived. Unfortunately, they both arrived separately. So I hope they're okay. This box, as you can see, is a little bit beat up. Not too bad, but hopefully there's enough packaging in there where the figure and the card both are in good shape. Well, we'll find out, won't we? All right, yeah, we got plenty of packaging here. So we'll just throw that off to the side, that off to the side. Oh, it's hidden in this box, or in this package. There's a little more weight here than just empty paper. And, oh yes, this is one, I really wanted to add this one to the collection. Which one is it? Well, it's from the original Star Wars movie that you all know as A New Hope. Which figure is it? Mama Nadan, otherwise known as Hammerhead. And right away I can tell you I'm not happy. The card is bent, and bent badly on the bottom here. There is no, we can straighten it out, but the crinkle is going to be there continuously. Entertainment Earth, you know, I thought going to you I would be able to get decent action figures, but between the last order and now this, you're no better than Amazon or Target or any one of the others. Ah, well. That's why I still like finding the figures in stores instead of ordering them online. The worst part is the figures don't show up in the stores anymore, so I have to order them online. Well, let's take a look at the figure itself, shall we? In exile from Ithor, Monma was a rebel sympathizer who cultivated a hidden garden in the mountains south of Mos Eisley. When this movie first came out way back in '77, the original toys called him Hammerhead. And look at all the accessories that come with this one. We have a staff, a drinking cup, a pistol, a rifle, and a separate hand that can be exchanged. So not bad as far as the sculpt goes. Very good sculpt. And fairly thick because of that head, you know. So as far as the figure goes, love the figure. Hate the card. And the back looks pretty nice. And as you can see, this happens to be Vintage Collection number 362 from the movie Star Wars. So, like I said, not happy. Not happy at all with this. You know, it's getting to the point where I'm not caring anymore, and I'm almost getting to the point where I'm thinking maybe it's just time to quit collecting. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen how much trouble I've had getting stuff in decent shape. Granted, yeah, the action figures are fine. I'm an in-the-box collector. I want the cards to be fine too, and the boxes for the Black Series and everything else. At least in the store, I can look things over and make sure that it's in decent shape. And then if I screw it up, well, then it's on me. So no, I'm not happy. And if this one is in the same condition, I may be done with Entertainment Earth again. And once again, we can see the box is a bit beat up all the way around. So I'm kind of a little worried here. Hopefully it's in decent shape, because this is a figure I really wanted to add to my collection. More than that one. So, got plenty of paper again, and it looks like they wrapped up the figure in paper again. And is it in good shape? No. We have another bent card. Luke Skywalker, and look at this. The card is all bent across the top. Yep. I hate to say it, but as far as Entertainment Earth goes, I see no reason to buy from you anymore. You're the same cost as the others. I thought you took better care when you ship things. Obviously not. Well, Luke Skywalker happens to be Vintage Collection 344, again, from the original Star Wars movie. 19 years after the formation of the Empire, Luke Skywalker is thrust into the struggles of the Rebel Alliance on a journey that will change the galaxy. As far as the figure itself goes, pretty basic. We have Luke Skywalker, good outfit, plenty of articulation, and a good facial sculpt. And it looks like we have a lightsaber both lit and unlit. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. This is actually worse than most of the figures that I get from Walmart. And you know how Walmart ships stuff. Entertainment Earth, you're on my list now. You're on my list of places not to buy stuff from. And I was going to go back online. If these would have came in decent, I was going to go back online and order some more. Forget it. I don't see any reason to order from you anymore. Well, we've got a box here from Amazon. Let's see if this stuff is in good shape. As we can see, the box is in very good shape. So hopefully the figures inside are in good shape. Well, the top figure looks good. Got two figures in here. Filling in a few holes in my collection with these. And these are the Black Series figures. So the first one we have is from the Ahsoka TV series, and it's Ezra Bridger, the Peridea figure. Exiled to another galaxy after the final Battle of Lothal, Ezra Bridger is rescued by his friend Sabine Wren on the ancient world of Peridea. It comes with one accessory, which would be his lightsaber, of course. And as far as his wardrobe goes, hey, it's pretty sharp looking. I like the way it turned out. As far as the box goes, very good condition. I like this figure. We'll put him over on this side because that one is undamaged. Have one more figure in here. And this one also happens to be from the Ahsoka TV series. And it happens to be the Night Trooper. Loyal to Grand Admiral Thrawn and inhumanly persistent, the Night Troopers were once stormtroopers, now animated by sinister magic of the Great Mothers to become a macabre fighting force. And as you can see, the helmet is broken and does show some of the face down below it. And yeah, it does look kind of zombie-like. I also like the looks of the armor where it's being held together by tape, ribbons, whatever you want to call it. Looks like we have a gold or some sort of metal holding the armor together. Only comes with one accessory again, and that is a rifle. This one happens to be number 17. This one happens to be number 18. So, two more additions to the Ahsoka Black Series figures. Well, there we have it. The figures that I have that I wanted to share with you. Like I said, happy with these, not happy with those. I don't know what more can be said that hasn't already been said there. Not happy about them at all. I think I might have to look up and see if I can maybe find them from somewhere else. Because I really, really wanted these two as part of my collection. I don't want these two specific figures as part of my collection. There's no reason for this. It could have been packaged better than it was. I don't know. I'm a bit upset because of it. But not upset enough to ask you to once again like this video. After all, we did have a couple figures here that were in really good shape. Share this video with your friends. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and help our viewership go up a little bit more. Well, until next time, may the Force be with you and keep collecting.